What if the forest itself styled its hair? Not metaphorically, not poetically, literally. What if every glowing braid you glimpsed between ancient trees was a message, a memory, or a living spell woven strand by strand? What if a dryad's so-called messy hair was actually a centuries-old map of seasons survived, storms endured, and magic quietly maintained? And what if those soft green lights flickering in the distance weren't fireflies at all, but bioluminescent braids swaying gently as forest spirits passed unseen? For generations, stories have told us mythical beings wear simple buns, loose waves, or timeless curls. But have you ever stopped to ask why we imagine them so plainly? In a world where trees whisper, rivers remember, and moss glows beneath moonlight, would creatures born of nature really settle for ordinary hairstyles? Tonight, we're going far beyond the bun, beyond the braid, beyond anything you've seen in fantasy before. We're unraveling the legendary locks of dryads, nymphs, and sylvan spirits' hair woven with enchanted moss, braided with living light, adorned with dew that never dries, and shaped by the rhythms of the natural world itself. This is not just fantasy beauty. This is mythical hair magic, where every strand tells a story, every glow has a purpose, and every style is alive. Step softly. The forest is listening. Beyond the basic braid. Forget everything you think you know about mythical hair. Forest spirits don't wake up, sigh, and twist their hair into a rushed bun. Their hairstyles are ritual, slow, intentional, and deeply connected to the ecosystems they protect. Each morning, as sunlight filters through the canopy, dryads gently comb their hair with fingers that feel like bark and breeze. Nymphs rinse their flowing locks in streams that hum with ancient songs. Sylvan guardians weave patterns learned not from mirrors, but from moon cycles and migrating stars. This is where beauty meets mythology, and hair becomes a living extension of magic. The natural palette, enchanted materials of the forest. Imagine running your fingers through hair that feels cool like morning shade and soft like moss after rain. Dryads don't use accessories, they grow them. Strands are interwoven with luminous moss, carefully cultivated to glow brighter during full moons and dim gently at dawn. Pressed wildflowers bloom directly from braids, their petals changing color with the seasons. Tiny, iridescent fungi cling to curls like jeweled pins, casting faint rainbow reflections with every movement. Dewdrops are not decoration, they are preserved spells. Each droplet is sealed with magic, never falling, never evaporating, catching light and refracting it into shimmering halos. Smooth pebbles polished by centuries of river flow are braided into heavier sections, grounding the spirit's energy and balancing magic with earth. Texture matters. These hairstyles are meant to be felt. The cool silkiness of leaf veins, the gentle tickle of spores drifting, the faint warmth where magic pulses just beneath the surface. Bioluminescence. The ultimate glow, up. This is where myth meets modern wonder. Bioluminescent hair isn't just beautiful, it's functional. Forest spirits use glowing braids to communicate across long distances, signal safe paths through dense woods, and even calm, frightened animals at night. The light pulses softly, like breathing, responding to emotion and intention. Legends suggest the glow comes from symbiotic microalgae, living peacefully within enchanted strands. These organisms absorb magic the way plants absorb sunlight, releasing it as soft illumination. When a dryad dances, her braids ripple with waves of emerald and sapphire light. When a nymph dives beneath water, her hair glows brighter, illuminating hidden currents and ancient ruins. Even modern science whispers echoes of this magic. Researchers exploring bioluminescent algae and biointegrated cosmetics inspire artists and technologists alike. Temporary glowing pigments, reflective fibers, and nature-safe materials that hint at what mythical beauty might look like in our world. Coiffures of the canopy. Styles, spirit, dryad dynamics. A dryad's hair mirrors her tree. Thick, braided roots anchor near the scalp, while branching tendrils fan outward like limbs reaching for sunlight. Leaves sprout naturally, falling only when seasons change. Storm scars appear as silver streaks, worn proudly, never hidden. Nymph nods. Water nymphs favor flowing styles that never tangle. Their hair moves like currents, adorned with freshwater pearls, ribbons of algae, and droplets that shimmer like liquid stars. When they laugh, their hair ripples. When they rest, it pools around them like glass. Spirit storytelling. Every hairstyle tells a story. A braid tightened with thorns may signal protection. A loose glow might mean peace. Patterns shift during solstices, festivals, or moments of great change. Hair is history-worn, not written. Fantastical future. Our mythical makeovers. What if we tried to recreate these looks? Not with magic, but with creativity. Imagine miniature versions. Braided greenery woven into festival hair, glow-inspired accents for fantasy fashion, nature-safe materials that celebrate myth without harming the earth. Artists, cosplayers, and dreamers are already experimenting using AI-generated fantasy designs, sustainable fibers, and bio-inspired tech to bring mythical hairstyles to life. And now, the invitation is yours. What would your mythical hairstyle look like? Would it glow? Would it bloom? Would it whisper stories when the wind passes through? The forest is waiting for your answer. Beyond the glow. The ancient laws of living hair. Long before humans named trees or charted rivers, the forest established its first rule. Hair is not decoration. Hair is covenant. Every strand grown by a forest spirit binds them to the land they protect. To cut it without cause would sever memory. To neglect it would dull magic itself. This is why mythical hairstyles evolve slowly, never rushed, never careless. Each style is shaped by time, patience, and listening. Elders tell of an age when spirits attempted vanity alone, styling for beauty without balance. The forest dimmed, rivers lost their shimmer. From that moment on, hair became sacred. A living record of harmony between creature and world. Seasonal styles. When the forest changes its crown. Spring. The blooming weave. In spring, hairstyles awaken. Braids loosen to allow new growth. Buds push gently through curls. Petals unfurl along partings like secret smiles. Dryads weave pollen-light threads into their hair, creating halos that attract bees and guide lost seedlings back to fertile soil. The glow is subtle pastel greens, soft golds, hints of pink like the forest stretching after a long sleep. Summer. The sun-bound crown. Summer hair is bold. Thicker braids support heavier adornments. Sun-warmed stones, ripened berries, golden vines. Bioluminescence shifts toward brighter hues. Lime, turquoise, electric emerald used to mark festivals, protect young creatures at night, and celebrate abundance. When the forest dances, hair dances too. Autumn. The memory plate autumn styles honor remembrance. Leaves weave themselves into hair, each one preserving a memory before falling away. Colors deepen amber, rust, crimson glow. Braids tighten, conserving magic for winter. Some spirits add hollow seed pods that softly rattle, sounding like whispers of stories past. This is when hair carries the most history. Winter, the frost-bound veil. In winter, hair rests. Styles become compact and protective. Glow dims to gentle blues and silvers, just enough to guide travelers and animals through snow. Crystalline frost patterns form naturally along strands, never cold to the touch. Winter hair hums quietly, conserving energy and hope. Forbidden styles. Hair the forest forbade. Not all hairstyles are allowed. Legends speak of shadow weaves, braids infused with imbalance, grown by spirits who tried to dominate nature instead of serve it. These styles glowed too brightly, casting harsh light that frightened animals and drained soil. The forest responded by reclaiming them, dissolving the glow into darkness. Today, only faint echoes remain. Ancient warnings pass down through pattern and pulse. A braid glowing the wrong rhythm is instantly noticed. The forest always knows. The ritual of first light. When a spirit styles their hair alone, every forest spirit experiences one sacred moment, their first light styling. When they come of age, they enter the forest alone at dusk. No mirrors, no guidance, only instinct and listening. Their hair responds naturally, glowing for the first time in a pattern unique to them. Some glow like constellations, others pulse like heartbeats. A rare few bloom entirely white gold, said to mark future guardians of great balance. This hairstyle never fully fades. It becomes the foundation for every style they wear after. When hair heals the forest, hair is not passive, it acts. During droughts, nymphs braid moisture, holding algae into their locks, releasing humidity as they move. After fires, dryads grow ash-gray braids seeded with regrowth spores, restoring soil with every step. When storms threaten, forest guardians tighten protective styles that redirect wind and lightning away from vulnerable groves. Beauty is function. Function is magic. Human myths. Why we almost remember. Humans once saw these hairstyles clearly. Ancient cave art shows glowing figures with braided crowns. Old lullabies describe hair like lanterns in the leaves. Over time, memory faded but fascination remained. Our love of braids, beads, flowers, glow, and nature echoes something deeply remembered, even if unnamed. Every time someone weaves leaves into their hair, paints glow-inspired designs, or dreams of forest magic, the spirits notice. They always notice. The invitation that never ends the forest does not demand belief. It invites imagination. And imagination, whispered often enough, becomes a bridge. So the next time you see a shimmer between trees, the next time moonlight catches on leaves just right, ask yourself, was that just light? Or was it a braid passing quietly by?